Xin Ciao, what's up everybody? Alright, we are over in Vinhomes Central Park. On this video today, I'm going to explain to you the pros and cons between this and Golden River and why you would want to live here. And if you do want to live here in Central Park, I have agents that can help you. You'll just simply send me an email, verify your identity with your Zallo, and then I will have the agent contact you within an hour on Zallo and can have you showing properties in the same day as you contact them. So there's major differences between Vinhomes Central and Vinhomes Golden River. So if you do like this video, do this for me. All right, we're back inside going. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
I see your profile.
Yeah.
I was watching YouTube.
I'm making a video about why you should live here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I got a bunch of agents that I know here. So.
We just got in.
A little money in my
like
pocket.
Friday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How long you guys gonna be here for?
Till the end of the month.
Awesome.
We're gonna go Friday. Just came back from Korea.
Yeah, I just got back. Thanks, guys. Nice to meet you, man. Have a good day. So, yeah, just met some subscribers, which always feels nice. It's always cool when the wife's like, oh my God, that's the dude we were just watching on TV. So, anyways, there's major differences between each. And of course, yes, if you rent through my agent, I get a little bit of money. You know, a little bit of extra money right now wouldn't hurt in my pocket after losing the phone and not doing the best in Korea. But it's all good. You know, I have a positive attitude about things. We're just going to keep it moving. So the first gigantic major difference between Vinhomes, Golden River, and Central Park is there's just way more inventory here. Like, my agents will be able to show you probably 20, 30, 40, 50 units. While there is that many in Golden River, they're spread out all between different agents. The big thing here is this place is super kid-friendly. So if you've got a family of like 2, 3, 4 and you're relocating over here, they've got large apartments that you can relocate over here with and put your kids in these schools. They are harder to get into. Vin School is like one of the highest rated schools to get your children into. So it's a very, very kid-friendly place. It's got gyms in every building. You know, I don't even know how many buildings. And then there's different buildings. There's like a regular Landmark. There's a Landmark Plus. And then if you live in Landmark 81 itself, it's even more money. So we're gonna go over it all. This is gonna be quite the long little tour. And then of course they have, I think, one of the best hospitals I've been to in Vietnam. Now Vietnam healthcare is still not the greatest system. I still have faith in it. You know, if I needed some major surgery here, I'm not gonna fly back to America. Plus, if it was like a heart surgery, you can't even get on plane anyways. But I put faith in VinMec. You know, they did all the paperwork I needed them to do. If me and Winnie have a child, this is where the baby's gonna be born at. You know, we're gonna move at the end of the year, and we may consider moving over here. Yes, this isn't an ideal location for me to walk. It does tack on another 20 minutes, but you know, our time is up at our current place. The lady just wants too much money. And that's the whole point behind this video is, if you're coming now or if you're already here and you want to upgrade to like Golden River, for one, if you want to do Golden River, contact me for sure. I've got multiple agents there with multiple inventory of furnished and unfurnished. So just email me, verify your ID, send me your Zallo, and I'll have the agents contact you right away. But this place is just tremendously huge. Like, this is one of the schools over here, if I remember right. And there's more people here. There's more of a sense of community in Central Park. Now, I'm not doing any kind of short-term rentals. There are short-term rentals up the wazoo, like that couple's only here for a month. They got a short-term rental that I just met. If you want a short-term rental, I'm not the guy to come at. There's literally no way for me or the agent to make any money. There's really no commission in those short-term rentals. I think like an agent gets 10% of that when they rent it for a month. So it's not, you know, very financially, it does me nor the agent any good to do short-term rental. So I'm sorry if you're looking for short-term rental. I can't really help you out with that. But anything else I can help you out with. If you're gonna do a year lease, I absolutely got you. And everybody I've talked to really love living here. You know, a lot of people have moved to Golden River. You know, one of my best friends, he lived here for a while and then moved to Golden River. He prefers Golden River, but it all depends on the person. Like I was saying though, there's much more sense of a community here. There's just a whole lot more people romping around, and there's a lot more buildings. So like, you know, if you want to make friends possibly and like meet people and stuff like that, you're gonna see much more of a possibility here than Golden River. Personally, that's why I like Golden River, is because there's less people. Now, to the downside of that, Golden River has like no restaurants. Like, it literally has 2 Vietnamese restaurants, and that's really it. You know, it's got GS Mart and stuff like that, but this place has like, I don't know, 20 restaurants plus around here. You know, it's got a big mall we're about to walk to. We got a 25 Fitness too, and people actually use it. It kind of blows my mind. So we're gonna walk over to the mall. And this place has a mall. You know, it's not the greatest mall. It's not like stocked with the coolest shit, but it gets the job done, you know? Let's see. That's cool to see some people were watching the Korea content. As far as the Korea content goes, you know, there's 10 more videos if you want to see any more Korea content. And I think the last 10 videos I did are the best of the Korean content, because I was finally in a good mood after losing the phone. It's all available on Patreon. So patreon.com/fatandbroke. You can join for as little as $1 a month, and you'll have access. Even if you want to do a hit and run, sign up for 1 month, watch the rest of the Korea content, and then sign off. Whatever, that's fine with me. Of course, I prefer if you did a $5. But, you know, it's there if you want to watch it. One of the first videos I had a bunch of views on, I sat here and talked to a guy that was asking me how much I made. I thought at first this is the place where the rich people lived when I first got here. And while that's still true, there's a lot of rich people that live here. It seems to be like the super rich are more focused in District 3 and like these crazy expensive high-rises and Golden River. And then the new Masteries will be where all the rich flock to, because that Masteries is the most expensive project, which is directly next to Golden River. So, I mean, you can just see how busy and bustling it is here. It's completely different from Golden River. Golden River is pretty busy right now because this is when school gets out, but it's way more intense here. So there's buildings everywhere. Oh, look at this hot mama. Let me turn around and show you. It's just high-rise after high-rise. Kind of reminds me of like Hong Kong, Korea living. And then they have the villas over here. These are pretty untouchable. To be honest with you, the villas are super expensive. I think they're like $1 million minimum. The ones at Golden River are like $4 million, and they're all sold out now. There's also a gigantic park here, which we'll kind of briefly walk in. But I'd say there's, you know, like 25 convenience stores here. There's a K-Market, there's a Uniqlo, there's a Cat and Nat, you know, there's a gigantic mall with a Bornga. You know, you got Landmark 81. Really got the gimbal going all the way up. You know, Bornga's right here. You know, they've got an actual mall, which, you know, Golden River does not have access to this stuff. So it makes a gigantic difference, you know. I kind of want to walk around the mall to show you. Maybe we'll bump into my buddy here. One of my good friends lives in the Golden River, or the Landmark. I don't know what floor. He lives in the actual like premium, this building. These are apartments down here. They're really expensive though. He's a baller though. And then there's a Winmart in here. It's funny. Vinmart went to Winmart. I'm not a super fan of Winmart, but they have a bunch of K-Markets here, which is my favorite little market, or favorite market. That's where I buy all my stuff at, all my groceries. I have been cooking again since I'm back home and I'm not drinking. Kind of as like a hobby thing. I made meatballs last night, delicious. And I'm just not eating them with pasta. You know, I'll just have a bowl of meatballs. And that's it. A carrot, I had a carrot with it. You know, at night I've been focusing on editing videos, coming up with concepts, not drinking. Tonight I'm gonna go to the gym. You know, cravings have started to go away, so it's good. This at night can be very bustling and just full of people, just like completely enamored with people. But like I was saying, like if you want to live here, this is a tremendous spot to live. You can still get an apartment at a pretty good deal, especially at a year. It's about 10% cheaper than Golden River, so, and you got a lot of real estate. And if you are kind of like a homebody, like my buddy that lives here is a bit of a homebody, So like for them, they love it because like he can just go buy whatever he wants here and they can just chill at home. You know, this is a kind of a contained all-in-one, and then it's got pools and it's got gyms, so you don't have to, like if you're the type of person that likes to chill at home, this is your spot. And we'll look at the mall in the front here. You know, there's a pho shop. This pho shop's really busy in the morning. There's a Circle K over here. I mean, you've got a convenience store at every building. It's just super efficient. There's a Tommy Hilfiger in here. There's a Heidi Lau hot pot here. I mean, for me, that's enough. Just having the Heidi Lau and the Bornga, shit, I'd eat there like every day. You can't beat Heidi Lau or Bornga. They're both delicious foods. And they're both relatively healthy on depending on what you order. There's another Korean barbecue over here. Yeah, Heidi Lau hot pot. The mall is a bit weak as far as shopping goes. You know, I think they need they got a Uniqlo, but I don't think they have an H&M. I mean, it's just a tremendously huge ground, and then the park is huge. So like huge. And we got this stupid marble that's like slippery than all slippery. Death marble, I call it. I've seen so many people fall on their ass on this shit. But like, I think now, you know, you can even rent an apartment on your 30-day e-visa. And before this video, we're going to extensively talk about the visa situation, as I just keep getting a lot of questions about it, and it's something that needs to be answered. But they'll let you rent a 1-year lease on the 30-day e-visa. Will you have to put down a little bit more money? Sure. And don't waste anybody's time. If you're not like serious about renting, then don't like contact me. You know, I had a few people in Golden River. We've rented out a few units in Golden River. Then I had a few people just like waste time. Like if you're not pretty serious about renting, like let's not waste, you know, the agent's time, my time, etc. So like just be serious. Like if you really know you want to live here at Golden River, you just send me an email. It's fatandbroke1@gmail.com. You'll have to verify your identity because, I mean, if anybody that watches this channel, you would know why. And if you're not comfortable with that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, what am I going to do with your information? There's nothing I can do. It's just a safety precaution. And it's got tremendous walkability. You know, you can walk. I think walking around this thing would take like 15, 20,000 steps. But like I've been telling people, you know, same as even my friends, they're like asking me about rentals and stuff. I'm like, hey dude, I would rent now. I wouldn't rent, you know, I wouldn't plan to move it in a while, because if they do some kind of visa change for longer term, which we'll talk about in another video, it's rent's gonna jump up here. Like landlords won't care if nobody's renting it. They'll just start, like they already have now, they'll just start raising it. They'll be like, F it. I want my COVID money back. Like my landlord, there's like $10 million of shit that needs done just to the aircon to fix it, to get it to work properly. And she won't fix it. She's like, if you want it fixed, you fix it. So she's like calling our bluff that like we really love this place. And like, you know, we've been negotiating the price. I'm thinking she thinks it's worth like 18, which is insane because it's an empty unit. So we're like most definitely moving. You know, she can fix all that shit herself. I'm not wasting money to fix that stuff. That is kind of how Vietnamese landlords are. They're pretty greedy. She was so happy to take our $15 million during COVID because there was no one here to rent it. But now that she thinks and probably has an agent in her ear that's like, we can get you this, 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 and this. She's like, yeah, let's do it. So, it is what it is. We'll walk over to this tremendous park. So I mean, you've got the pools here, you've got the gym here, you can live here pretty affordably. You know, I know rent is going up here, but you can still get a 1-bedroom for 15, 17 million a month. You know, this place becomes more expensive than Golden River pre-COVID. It was more desirable because there's so much shit to do here. Now Golden River's catching up because Masteries is almost done. And that's why I kind of made that video on the rent now. Because once Masteries is done in a couple months, that first building, rent is going to just skyrocket in Golden River. You know, people are going to want to live in that area because what they're doing, what Masteries is doing, is they're building this same thing. They're putting up like 10 towers, 12 towers. And they're going to put them all in like underground mall and tie into the subway, and people are going to want to be a part of that. So like, if you're angling and you're loving Golden River, I would try to do a 3-year lease. I should have done a 3-year on mine instead of 2. I knew I should have when I signed it, but I should have just been more aware. I knew we really liked that spot, and we really do. Like, if I had a 3-year lease, I'd go ahead and fix the aircon. I would take the incursion cost of it on. But now that I know I'm leaving, I don't care. Let that shit be. It's not that it's really broke, it just needs drained all the time. Fills up with water and then it leaks out of the ceiling. It's kind of funny. But I'm not going to pay someone to do that. And then I'll show you a little bit of the park and we'll wrap up. Everybody's got like a fucking $4,000 camera here. Every Vietnamese only makes $10 a day. People are so... I love the comment section. It's real special. So you can walk across top on that bridge, but I never do. It takes forever. So the park here is tremendously huge. Just the park alone is a really nice added value that Golden River doesn't have. We have a park, but it's like just the size of this. This is like 48 of our parks. They got a big barbecue area. I'll put a link to the entire full tour here, but I think I've listed the reasons why. This is a super family friendly place, super affordable apartments still that are super high end, super good location. Even though Golden River is a bit better, this is still a great location. You got inventory, you got access to a mall, you got access to restaurants, markets, and I mean a movie theater. Everything's on site, so if you're a type of person that likes to be on site, this is the place for you. So like I said, I'll add the full extended tour of this place. I have 2 of them, one at night, one during the day. It'll be a link in the description. If you are interested in renting here, drop me an email. If you're interested in renting Golden River, drop me an email. I'll also have an agent, 2 agents for District 4, which we'll do tomorrow. So I'll post that video as well. I have 2 agents that cover every single apartment across the river on District 4 for long-term rentals. So we'll shoot that video tomorrow. As ever, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for supporting the channel. See you on the next one. Stay frosty. Peace out.